So after the Marvels trailer released, I made a video after it saying it was looking kind of goofy. And now currently it is the most disliked Marvel trailer on YouTube. I'm not surprised. You can go ahead and look back at the video that I made on the review, and I definitely saw that it was a little bit goofy. Now, I kind of get pissed off at the fact that people really think that this is about sexism and oh, it's about female power. Look, me, I've never ever been into that type of shit. Like, oh, these female girl power. It's like I never got into that trend of oh, it's this female girl power trying to overpower men and stuff. I was never interested in that. Like, I do not care if a woman is on screen because number one, like my favorite female superhero is Supergirl. So like, and we know this is not about gender or the other gender overpowering the men or something. I think this has become very, very stupid. Like, whatever guy started this shit, I really hate him because this has nothing to do with gender and sexism. I really think it has something to do with silliness and the goofiness of these movies because Marvel has taken it too far with the jokes. Now, Ant-Man, I'm used to Ant-Man being silly. Now, here's the thing. There's one thing when a character does what he does because, oh, that's Ant-Man. He's automatically silly. Like, when you know a character to be a certain way, okay, that's Ant-Man. But Thor, he used to be a fucking badass. He got a little too goofy. So they kind of changed the character from being a badass to being silly. So this gender thing, oh, women power, I've never ever gotten into that. This is all about Marvel having that serious tone of a movie. And I think that's what it's about. And I think there is too much going on here, but like, I wanted it to be Captain Marvel. Like, make her a solo movie. Like, you don't have to merge all of these people together. And if it's about this female power thing, I don't understand people because I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of that. I think the trailer was goofy. I think the trailer was very goofy. And the movie's going to be just as silly as Ant-Man 3. That's my prediction. For everybody else, it's like this female power, girl power type shit. I'm not into that. I'm really sick of hearing this. Like misogyny and all of this shit. When you stop bringing politics into this shit. You know what? I hear this shit every day on TikTok. I stopped doing TikTok because like this misogyny, misandry bullshit, you're bringing this shit into my escape from that. These movies, DC, Marvel, this is my escape from politics. This is what I mean. Like, I talk about this shit instead of expressing my opinion on politics and shit. And I will do podcasts about that. I will be starting a podcast, just so you're aware. Casually, I will express my opinion and views on certain things about relationships and politics. But most of the time, I will be doing stuff like this. And I'm going to express why it's not okay to be talking about politics sometimes. Because, like, they call people like us nerds. They call people like me nerds. And they say it like it's a bad thing. But guess what? Talking about this type of stuff is exciting. When you talk about politics, oh, gender, war and shit, it causes arguments. It causes conflict. It causes fights. This stuff causes excitement. If you argue about Marvel or DC, you're definitely childish. Because talking about this is very exciting. Now we're going to have criticism. That's automatically going to be a thing. But all of this gender war shit, you got to stop connecting it to these movies. Also, Marvel definitely does need to stop with this representation shit. Because that is also a problem. Because representation has nothing to do with business. You got to stop bringing representation into business. Because if this is about representing women, That's some dumb shit. Just make the movie. It's not about representing people. It's about making a good movie. That's also the case as well. Like LGBTQ, women, men, fat people. This is dumb, bro. This is dumb. If this is about representing women, it is stupid. Just make a good movie. This has nothing to do with hating women. What the fuck? Captain Marvel is one of my favorite Marvel movies. Apparently everybody else hates that. Like I said, I don't join in with the crowd. I'ma say what I think and I don't care if I'm the only one who says it. I'm not gonna hate on something because everybody else is hating on it. Captain Marvel is one of my favorite Marvel movies. So you know for a fact, this has nothing to do with hating on female leads. But representation and business do not go together. So if this is what Marvel is doing with this, well, hopefully the movie is good. But my problem is with the goofiness. Like, can we get something serious? That's my only problem. If everybody else's problem is about this representation and female shit, okay, I'm not a part of that. I just want that serious tone, like Secret Invasion, like that. Now that's something that got me fucking riled up. That serious tone, bring that back. Look, movies that Marvel have been putting out is getting too goofy. Thor: Love and Thunder. Look, it got a good box office, but it's having bad reviews. This is what I mean. A movie can be a bad movie and can be a success in the box office, but still be a bad movie. And a movie can have a bad box office and still be a good movie. Like, bad movie, good box office, good movie, bad box office. For example, Jurassic World Dominion. I wasn't a fan of that movie. I love Jurassic Park. That's a good series, but they fucked up with Jurassic World Dominion. But it made $1 billion. Success in the box office, bad movie. Good movie, The Suicide Squad. Successful movie, bad box office. But clearly my prediction was right. It was a little too goofy, and I didn't expect it to get the most dislikes on YouTube for the trailer, but I was onto something when I said it's looking too goofy. So if this is about the women power thing with everybody not liking it, then I think that's very foolish. But for me, it's about making a good movie and keeping that serious tone and keeping us focused on the goal of what's going on here. So I don't know. Hopefully we're not getting some silly shit, because apparently she is the main villain of this film. She doesn't look menacing. I'm gonna just tell you that. If she's the main villain of this film, she does not look menacing. Now, Hela looked menacing. In fact, Hela scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna cap. Hela was menacing. Now, if there's one movie that did jokes properly, where you could just let it go and still be a part of the seriousness, I would say like Thor Ragnarok. Like Thor Ragnarok was done properly with that. Okay? Like Thor Ragnarok was done right. But after that, they started taking it too far. Like the only movie with a lot of jokes in it, but also a good story, Thor Ragnarok. I'm trying to think of other ones. Okay, Ant-Man is different because that's Ant-Man. To me, that's Ant-Man's character. So he can get away with that because I'm used to Ant-Man being that way. Everybody else, serious, focused. Not saying that Ant-Man isn't serious, because he also gets the job done. But a part of Ant-Man's character, that's him. So I just hope that this movie is a success, because this could be Marvel's first L. But one thing I notice about Marvel is even though they have bad movies, they get good to okay to great box office, bro. Like Thor: Love and Thunder, bad reviews, it still got a good box office. I don't know how Marvel does it. But one of the things that Marvel has done is they're very smart because they connect everything. They connect everything. So if you're a fan of the MCU, you have to watch everything to understand everything. There might be something in the Marvels that's very, very important to Secret Wars or maybe the Kang Dynasty. So if you miss that, you're going to be confused in the Kang Dynasty. So that's the thing about Marvel movies. You have to watch everything to understand everything. That's why I'm going to watch She-Hulk no matter what anybody tells me. I want to be an expert on the MCU. I've been watching this and everything since day one. I have the entire Marvel collection up to Endgame. I'm going to collect more. But I've been watching the MCU since day one. And you cannot miss a single movie unless you just simply don't care about what's going on. So, I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Because this is kind of ridiculous.